Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. FC26 is now fully released to the world, but is it a fully finished game? Because the new Cornerstones promo started yesterday with a broken objective. Arguably the most exciting part of yesterday's content was not working, which adds to the long list of messed up parts of this game right now. And I think that's worth the conversation today. What is going on? Why is this game so broken? And what is EA doing to fix it? We're going to talk about that and go over Cornerstones and the crazy market where prices went sky high because we didn't get the store packs. But are they coming today? We're going to talk about that and more in today's video. If you guys are excited for it, drop a thumbs up, hype the video, and subscribe if you are new. Now, let's cover yesterday's content from the Promo Friday really fast because, I don't know, we rated this on stream as kind of like a 6, maybe even a 5 out of 10 content day. We had some expectations because of the leaks, and I don't really know if those expectations were delivered upon, but we do have some decent stuff to discuss. First, we have the player SBC, which is Zubi Mendy. And guys, this card does have some really nice stats. I just think the price is a little bit too high. Intercept, aerial, inventive, and low-driven base play styles. Great defending, solid dribbling, solid physical, and good passing as well. 87 short pass and long pass with 87 vision. This is a solid card, just a little bit slow, and he does have deep line playmaker plus at CM and CDM, which is very good, but it's 5 squads coming in at 92,000 coins with an 86 rated squad being a part of this. I just don't know if that card, especially with the flashback Goretzka that is still out there and coming soon, I just don't know if that card is worth it personally right now for me. If you're an Arsenal fan, sure, maybe get it done. But yeah, that one seems a little overpriced to me. Now, the Team of the Week upgrade SBC is one that a lot of people, I think, are putting some fodder into because it seems like, oh, I could get a good chance at a high-rated player from this SBC since there aren't too many Team of the Weeks out in the game yet. Only 2 sets of Team of the Weeks, right? It's an 84 squad with 185 rated. I think that's too expensive as well for a kind of a gamble pack at this stage of the game. Now, if you've got a lot of 84s and nothing to do with it, sure, you could give this one a go, but don't be surprised when you pack an 81 rated inform card from this and not like an 85 or an 86. That is a fodder-sucking SBC, kind of a, gamble, if you will. So do that one for fun if you want, but just be careful with that one if you don't have a lot of fodder. Again, player SBCs, I think, with the depth of squads that we're going to need soon with the gauntlet coming out, are the most important thing that we can be putting our fodder into right now. Also, we had the World Tour England 66 challenge yesterday for a rare mixed players pack untradeable. That's worth doing with some of the, I think, bronzes and silvers fit into this, and 2 golds, 5 rares you need from your club, 70 overall squad there. So pretty easy to get that one done. That was the SBCs yesterday. Going on to evolutions where I think things got a bit better. Guys, we had 2 evos yesterday, 1 paid and 1 free, and I think they're actually both solid. This is the paid one, the complete connection. This is the leaked center mid evo that was out. It's +3 shooting, passing, and dribbling in total, and you also get the first touch playstyle. You get a weak foot boost only up to 3 if you don't have it, and box to box plus. But of course, look at those limits right there. 83 shooting, 85 pass, and 85 dribble. You get some pretty nice cards from this. And with the other evolutions that are out right now, you can create some pretty good chain evos. If you take a look at Footbin, not a ton of people are creating like insane cards with this yet. I think the most common thing with this and what I'm doing is just waiting to see what other evos come out because the evo boosts are really small to start off the year. They're a lot different than last year. Really seems like you need a few evos to make a card actually change. And that Kamavinga is probably the most exciting one right now. People are putting Paul Pogba into this. Again, he needs the pace boost. The Bergvall inform looks decent. Again, that's the cover athlete evo though, but I think those are including a chain with this new complete connection evo that is out. Probably one of the most hyped evos right now is this Loftus-Cheek. I mean, if you take a look at that Loftus-Cheek card right there from an 80 rated, taking him up to an 85, you get plus, 5 shooting, +5 passing, 5 dribbling, and then you get +2 physical as well with, I think, a couple of playstyles added as you go down the chain of this. It is going to cost you about, like 60,000 coins to do from the Evo cost there, but that's a card that actually looks like it gets a pretty big boost from this one. So for me, I'm going to let this one sit on the sidelines until I figure out who fits best in it for me. This is the other Evo from yesterday, Relentless Pressure, which, easy as it sounds, is just giving the relentless playstyle, which is very important to players who do not have it. It would be great if Paul Pogba fit into this, but he has 4 playstyles, and this is max 4, so he does not get the Relentless added to this. I think you have to put Pogba into the cover athlete if you want him to get the Relentless playstyle there, just specifically for his card. But this one's solid because Relentless is very necessary in this year's game, and if you're trying to build an Evo from the ground up, especially a midfield player, that playstyle could be very, very helpful. Now, let's move on to the team in packs here really quick before we get into the objectives, where kind of the main point of the video is today. Now, this Cornerstones team number 1, it's exactly as leaked. The cards on the market are rare. As we're going to talk about today, of course, there were no tradable store packs that were outside of the 25K and the 45Ks that we were just expecting. These cards are very rare in the market. Most cards are very high in price and they have little supply. Bruno Fernandes, less than 1 page on the market. Nico Williams, I just watched his price go from 900K all the way up to 1.3 mil. Look how rare he is, 1.2 mil right now. But that card to me seems overpriced. Cole Palmer's 900,000 coins. Federico Valverde is 1.9 mil. There was some craziness yesterday with Luis Diaz. He was a 600K card, and then all of a sudden EA changed his price range down to 110K randomly, and then his price range got updated again. You know, this team has some gems in it though, but I even feel like these cards down here, like Ryan Yates is an 85 rated CDM. I think he's overpriced at the moment. A card that a lot of people surely are interested in and is probably going to go up today on Saturday as people wake up and want to play the game. These cards are just very rare. They are. There are some unique ones. Try them out if you get one. The coolest thing about these cards, though, is when you pack them, they walk out in suits. That's dope. I've seen the pack animation. I haven't actually packed one for myself, but that's got to be one of the coolest things of this promo. Actually, the Zubimendi walks out in a suit as well if you've completed that SBC, so you've seen that there. Just kind of a unique little cool touch with the colors down the tunnel of the walkout animation too. That's got to be pretty sick for whenever those of us who get lucky enough to pack one of these promo cards do get that chance. What I would say is, since it's the first promo of the year, I think it's a good time to explain this. Usually the cards on Saturdays, they maybe go up a little bit in the morning from the current promo team that is out. People wake up, they want to try them. And then as we get towards content and into later parts on Saturday, usually they drop off. That's the normal promo content card trend for new cards that just get dropped into the game. So just be aware of that, especially as we get Foot Champs rewards going throughout the weekends, next weekend and beyond. That's going to really supply those cards in the market a lot more. Now, let's go to the objectives, where there was actually the best content of the day, if you will. Starting in the campaign section here, we have got the Cornerstones Darlington Nagbe. This is just a very easy card to do. No glitches with this one. Actually, he can be evolved in a couple of Evo chains right now because of his rating only being 83. So any MLS fans out there, this one's pretty easy to get done for the Darlington Nagbe card. Now, the other objective we had yesterday corresponded with the new live event, the Cornerstones Exhibition Tournament, or it's a live event. It's a tournament, basically. It is a very friendly feeling tournament, though, because it's basically unlimited games to get this objective done for Arnau Martinez. This is what everybody was playing after content yesterday, and that's when everybody found out right away that it was broken. And this is really what's frustrating a lot of us now as we get on FC26 every single day and we notice that another thing is broken, right? What's the list of things that have been broken right now? We've got people not being able to connect to the game. Ping being super high. That was a problem that I had just yesterday on this game. The Path to Pro objective not showing your completion and your actual updating you when you've actually completed it and giving you the rewards that you deserve from it. This objective glitched now for the Cornerstones exhibition. You look at the list that EA's been tweeting about from their FC Direct account recently. Every single day there's a new issue. I mean, what is going on with this game? Every day there's a new problem. Like, I get it, the kinks kind of need to be worked out and stuff like that. Once a new year starts, there's going to be new things they added that probably mess up the game, but squad assignments are not saved when entering a match. This is from 2 days ago. The confetti cannons and trophies, maybe you saw some reels or some TikToks about those, some clips of those being in the middle of the pitch. visual issue, they say, but it affects how you play. And then, of course, the Path to Pro objective, as we kind of already mentioned, and so many other things like not being able to connect, as we've talked about, rewards, the home drop-down menu. Like, it's kind of getting annoying to see all these problems every single day. It's like one of those things that makes you wonder, like, did EA test some of this stuff before it was released, or like what is causing all these little small annoying problems to be there? And again, I'm not trying to make a huge deal out of this because it's not like the gameplay is broken in that regard. There could be way bigger ways where we have problems with this game and glitches and stuff like that, but it's just these kind of little things that are starting to stack up, especially this yesterday being one of the most hyped parts of content because we're playing in this new tournament mode that was released yesterday. It's a short-term window to play this, guys. You only have 2 more days to get this objective done, and it was glitched. Now, EA did fix this. Feels kind of like a band-aid. They didn't actually fix the root of the issue, but they have removed the nationality and league requirements from impacted objectives to allow progress. Now, as I look at the objectives here, they still show Serie A, Premier League, and stuff like that, and that was the issue with this one yesterday. When you were playing with a team with Serie A and Prem and La Liga players in it, it wasn't actually counting. For me, it counted Bundesliga and it counted La Liga, but then it did not count Serie A and Prem because I had those cards in. I won the game, so I'm going to have to go test this now and see if it does work. But you just have to get 4 of these objectives done, which is not super hard. And again, you have unlimited tries and unlimited games to get this objective done. But that's just kind of the feeling that I get right now about how all these mistakes are kind of starting to add up, and it's just kind of getting a little bit annoying. Now, the one positive thing about all this is EA is communicating very well. We've never seen this many tweets. We've probably had this many issues before in the game at a given time. Maybe not in a while, but we have, and they never really tweeted about it like this. So again, we're still saying GG's for the communication, for, allowing us to give feedback and stuff like that, and them acting on it pretty quick, but it's still getting annoying having all these problems and all the different problems this game has right now. I just hope that it gets smoothed out and ironed out very soon because it really, really needs to. It cannot go on forever. Now, let's talk about maybe the biggest story on the game yesterday, apart from content, and that is the freaking market, man. But it's really the story of what EA didn't do in here that is making prices go up. Yesterday, right at the content drop, we checked the store because we knew this is going to be what decided how the market moved yesterday. There were no tradable packs other than the 45 and the 25K packs, no 100K packs tradable, just a couple of untradable packs. And what happened was instantly the market soared. And I'm not talking about it just rose, it soared, guys. If you were in the stream, you noticed Lamine Yamal was a card that I had pointed out right before content at 239,000 coins. He went all the way. It doesn't even show it here. He went so high. He went all the way to 320K, literally 10 minutes after the content drop, and he's been around 300K since, and that's just one example of a card. Sophia Wilson went from 330, all the way to 430. Rafinha went up 100,000 coins. Mohamed Salah is 600K right now. If we take a look at his cheapest sale yesterday, he was 480,000 coins. I remember seeing that right here. Under 500K, he's now 600,000 coins. Not just the expensive cards are up as well. A lot of cards are rising. Even some of like the 30, 40, 50,000 coin cards have just exploded in value. And that is because everybody was waiting for the market to crash yesterday. The packs that EA did not release never came. And guess what? People went out and started buying players for their teams. Now, where's the market going to go after this? And do you still have opportunities to buy? This is the index from yesterday, by the way, that just kind of shows this huge rise, like boom, big bounce. Then the rest of the market just kept going up. We're very high right now. We are 141 points on the index. And earlier in the week on Thursday, we were at 139, of course. Yesterday and Friday, we were as low as 133. Big rise on the market. But going back to last year on this very day, Saturday, guys, we had the same situation happen. I mentioned it in yesterday's video. We were talking about it on the stream yesterday before content. EA did not drop crazy store packs last year on the first promo Friday of the year. But on the day afterward, on Saturday, they did. They put them back in the store. That was right. Last year, they put 50K packs in the store the Saturday after what we just had. So basically today, last year, and you saw prices absolutely drop. I'm trying to find, yeah, right here. So last year, this is the same thing that happened. Market tanked on Friday. It was already low heading into it. We got no store packs, rebounded like crazy. Went up on Saturday, nice market rise. Expecting that today. We're going to talk about that. And then EA dropped the store packs, and it just tumbled straight back down. So that's the real question that I have today. Is EA going to follow that trend from last year and drop big tradable store packs like the 50Ks or the 100Ks in the store today, or are they not? That is, again, right now in this early stage of the game. Is that a dupe, Araujo? Okay, thank you. It's Jimenez. That might also be a dupe. I'm just opening a few packs as we talk here. That might be the most important part of the market in the early game cycle that we're in right now is the store packs, because this market is still so young, if you will. Sounds weird to say that, but there's not a lot of supply. There's still a lot of people upgrading their teams. These cards have not been in packs for long, and they're just very easily impacted by the amount of store packs that we get. Who's this? 80, Cherubi, right? That's not Bastoni. Bastoni would be way better than that. I think today we really have to watch that. If we do get the store packs today, I do think you're going to see some drops. But if you bought cards yesterday in the very low points, if you bought the Mohamed Salah for 500,000 coins, if you bought the Lamine Yamal for a very low price of like 250, you still may not see that price again. You still may not see that card go that low. I still think it's okay to hold on to cards if you bought them for your team, if they're the upper tier type of players. The cards that I would be worried about, once again, would be the lower tier, like the Eki TK, the Jeremy Frimpong, the Van de Ven. Since they're 84 rated and below, they're going to get packed more from those sorts of packs. So that's kind of my worry for the market today. But before then, we don't have any store packs right now. We should see some prices actually rise up today on the market. I've started to invest a little bit. I had some bad trades yesterday. I had some good trades yesterday. I'm stuck right now with an icon. If you guys watched me buy Yashin on the stream yesterday, I missed out on some Lamine Yamal snipes. Just made a bad decision trying to make a quick flip. Didn't get to sell, got stuck, and now I'm stuck with this Yashin that I need to sell. But I am picking up a couple of Konates at 41,000 coins to hopefully sell him, I don't know, maybe upwards of 45, 46, 47,000 today. I do think Saturday, full game's out. People are going to wake up. They're going to want to buy cards, and I think there's opportunity today before we get to the content drop. So watch the Cornerstones cards. I think these can go up, and watch just the meta gold market. I think there could be some rises today. Also, keep an eye on informs. These cards are rare. There have not been store packs to hit these cards yet, which means they could also drop a lot in price. But Eder Militao went from 330 up to 430. Pulisic went up 70,000 coins yesterday. These cards are moving a lot, and people are buying them, so they're going to be interesting to keep an eye on when it comes to this market today. So that's the big story with the market right now, guys. Got to be a little bit careful about that right there. But again, I will say, be careful with the low tier. You can still hold on to the higher tier cards for your team if that's something that you bought and you got at a good price yesterday. I wouldn't be super scared to hold on, because I do think those cards will still potentially rise into this next week. We got the first FUT champs incoming. We've got Gauntlet incoming, and that's going to impact the market a bit. Last thing, we didn't get our free packs yesterday, man. Like, I have a premium gold pack here in the store. There was nothing from EA about either a For You packs section where we thought maybe those engagement packs might show up, or some objective that would give us the premium gold players pack. Again, the objective that it said in that pack code, that leak, was the On Your Way objective. Where is that at down here? I got that one done. We just got the same surge card. I've got that objective done. Nobody has seen those packs yet for completing the On Your Way objective. They're in the code. Now we just wait for them to drop, I guess. Those seemed like they would be engagement rewards that would drop right away, but I guess not. Let's open this premium gold players pack. Once again, those packs that were added from that specific objective I'm talking about were tradable. If we do get that, that could actually supply the market a bit on the lower tier and make some of those lower cards lower than 84 rated supplied, and that could be a bad thing for the market as well today. Or we'll just have to see. I wouldn't expect those to be today, but you never know. Now, let's talk about today a little bit more in terms of the content, because we do have a lot of player objectives and SBC cards that are leaked at the moment, but of course they're not all going to be coming today. This is kind of going to be the content for the next week on this game. First of all, the big SBC is Goretzka. These are his official stats, and kind of as we expected it would be. He's got higher pace, higher passing and dribbling, less defense and physical. If you compare this to his base gold card, which I think one of the leakers did, was it Donk? Let me pull up Donk's Twitter really quick because somebody had compared the two side by side. It was a really interesting tweet, and I wanted to show that to you guys. It was not Donk. Who posted it? Maybe Sheriff? Let's pull up Sheriff and just check this really quick because I think it is worth looking at, guys. The comparison between the two cards. A lot of people look at this and they say, yeah, right here. A lot of people look at this and they say, this SBC is not worth it because he is worse. I mean, you see, yes, -1 shooting. You see -3 defense and -3 physical, but +4 pace, +5 passing, +3 dribbling off of that gold card for the flashback. I think this Goretzka is going to be a whole different level of a card in game. I also believe somebody mentioned he's got a different play style, which hopefully that is, he's got acrobatic, or no, it's precision header he's got on his base gold. Hopefully that's been changed off and there's a different one in there like intercept or something and a new roll ++. It's all going to come down to the price for this Goretzka SBC. He may not be today though. He might be tomorrow. That's just something to keep an eye on. He's probably the biggest and most hyped SBC at the moment. Some of your Bayern links are still maybe up a little bit in price because of that SBC that is incoming. A more likely SBC for today would be a Retegui. This was leaked by Foot Sheriff and by Donk yesterday. Not that crazy of a card. Again, Retegui formerly in the Serie A. He had a sick Team of the Season card last year. He's in the Saudi League now. Still doesn't look like a terrible card, but the links would be pretty tough to come by there. We also have a Nico Paz. This SBC card looks really good. That looks like a fantastic card for a low budget, especially for me building a Serie A La Liga hybrid for my second squad. Again, we need 3. Keep pushing that info, guys, because that's going to be really big come Monday. The gauntlet is coming on Monday, guys. We need 3 different squads. That's going to impact the market. We're going to talk about that more tomorrow. But that card looks really good. His base card has some solid play styles as well. This could be a really hidden gem of an SBC. We also have a Bowen that has been leaked as well. I think actually there's a decent likelihood that this could be coming today or sometime next week, but this seems sort of like a Saturday type SBC to me. We do have one other leak for Kudus, and I'm super excited for this one, but he is leaked to be some sort of reward inside of the gauntlet and maybe the corresponding objective that'll go with it. Once again, guys, make sure you go in here to the Ultimate Gauntlet and give yourself a quick run through of this and read it really quick. If you haven't learned about the Gauntlet, maybe look up the FC26 launch pitch notes. Easy, just Google that, FC26 launch pitch notes, and they will show up, and you can look for the Gauntlet section there. This is going to be 1 entry per day, and you need 3 different squads. If you lose, you can still play throughout the rest of it. It's not like if you lose, you're done. So it's maybe going to be competitive, but it also should be not as competitive at the same time. It's kind of like a mix between a tournament and a friendly. It's really interesting, this gauntlet situation here, and it is one of the things that they've talked about a lot. The number one question is, what rewards are included and how much is EA going to ask for us to play this if it's 1 time per day? Are there going to be play rewards? Is it just win rewards? But somehow, some way, Kudus is going to be a part of that in the coming days when that comes out on Monday. So just keep an eye out for that. We'll probably talk a bit more about that tomorrow because after squad battle rewards, I think the market's going to move pretty heavy in the direction of upwards for some of the players that might be needed for that. Also wanted to shout, there could be a small evolution today on Saturday, but we already have had 2 yesterday, so, and there's none expiring right now. I don't think there's going to be another Evo today. Could be wrong with that, but that is worth noting there. Here's the closed beta participation badge that we got yesterday. Some of these badges, man, what do you guys think about them? I think that does not look that great on cards. That's the craziest and largest badge I think I've ever seen. I don't have a lot of promo cards in the club right now, so it would look kind of weird on a gold in my opinion. And the finals, what is this, early access final entry badge? I'm just not a huge fan of that in terms of those badges. I like a lot of the other Evos, but not those cosmetic ones at least. So that's kind of what we're expecting today. Good luck out there in the market. Good luck with the trades. And again, if you want to be the most safe, maybe sell your cards before content today. I hate to say, oh, cards could go down again, and then they don't go down. But like the way we reacted to the market yesterday, we were safe rather than sorry right away. And then we had our coins and we could go out and we can make some money moves like a lot of you guys did yesterday. So that's the video for today. Actually, one last quick thing. This is maybe going to impact us in the future. Who knows? But this happened yesterday while we were streaming. It was news from the Wall Street Journal saying that Electronic Arts is nearing a roughly $50 billion with a B dollar deal to go private in what likely could be the largest leveraged buyout of all time. Guys, what this means is EA is a public company. They have a stock that is traded. They have to appease stakeholders and apply by government regulations because they are publicly traded. If they end up getting purchased by a private firm, I think it's a private equity firm, like an investment firm, and some other people that are involved in this. I kind of quote tweeted this and joked that, you know, the Saudi League is now moving on from football players and purchasing EA and FC26, but actually there is some Saudi backing in this organization in this article that could be involved in this deal. How is it going to impact the game is the real question. No longer would EA have to abide by some of the rules that they have to abide by or appease shareholders at the same time. Would it really impact us? Who knows? We can have theories. We can think about that. But really, this is not a done deal yet. It's just in process, and it's just news at this point. But it is something that relates to the big old company of EA that does run this game. And I thought that was worth, noting in today's video because that's a pretty big headline there, even though it's not finalized yet. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I know everything about corporate buyouts and mergers and all that sort of thing. I don't have a great understanding of all of what that means and all the intricate details of that. I'm not in the corporate world, but I thought that was interesting, and some of you guys who are maybe have some more insight and some news into that, but we'll just have to wait and see what ends up coming of that, because right now it's more so a rumor, not anything necessarily confirmed. It's trending towards being confirmed, but it's not yet. It's a leak. How about we compare it to the FIFA scene here? It's leaks, not quite confirmed yet as content in the game. Anyways, guys, enjoy the football today. Last thing we have to mention about football games being today. Man U play right away early this morning. Watch cards that score goals. Watch center backs that score goals and keep clean sheets. Remember last week, Eder Militao, Christian Pulisic, and some of those others that spiked after having good performances. Same thing can happen again today. A lot of people are going to be watching, so turn those notifications on your score apps, whatever score app you use, and maybe get on the market and make some coins today in that regard as well. Anyways, I'll stop yapping. Have a great Saturday. It's been TheFutAccountant. Catch you later. Peace out.